Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Jets going up against the Texans.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. To throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
But if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Play with some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now here's a carry heading left. Got some real estate inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. Here's Foreman. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
His kick is right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here we go now.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Past the 20. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Blue, land it.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ohio! Let's go! Check. Flex round! Flex! Watch out.
To throw on second is Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go!
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the... He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now it's Ajayi. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ohio, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They run the counter now on first down. And he is knocked down from the side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Ohio.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. He'll drop to throw.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Anderson loses the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Brian. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's round. Let's go. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now back to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
This is Ajayi. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jay Ajayi, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Watson. And his pass incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second and 10, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ohio, let's go. Brad 38.
Again, it's Watson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Here's Ajayi. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They're going to look to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Vaughn. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Watson on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. To throw on second is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Watson. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Vaughn. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Hill. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Go! It's run! Hey, run it! That's where you belong.